Hi everybody, I'm Ryan, and with Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth coming out very soon, I wanted to go over the top 5 most expensive cards in the set as of recording this video. The 5 cards you want to open for value. Without further ado, let's jump into it. The 5th most expensive card in Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, sitting with a market price of $23.85, is Orcish Bowmasters. This is a 2-mana 1/1 with Flash, is an Orc Archer, and when Orcish Bowmasters enters a battlefield, and whenever an opponent draws a card, except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, Orcish Bowmasters deals 1 damage to any target, then amass Orcs 1. This card is super sweet. There's a lot of debate going on in especially like legacy circles on whether this card is going to break legacy. There's a lot of thought of like Death Shadow suddenly becoming the best deck because of Orcish Bowmasters. Because this card creates a token that is very large. You can surprise your opponent with it, and it deals a bunch of damage, being able to wipe the board or deal damage to face when your opponent draws more cards. The thing in Legacy is your opponent draws more cards a lot, especially like Brainstorm. Your opponent casts Brainstorm, in response, Orcish Bowmasters, kill your Delver, 2 damage to you, and then I'm going to get a 3/3. And that's like really, really disgusting. It makes sense this is expensive. This is going to be a very playable card in Eternal formats, especially formats with Brainstorm. And that's why Orcish Bowmasters is so good. Yeah, sitting in the number 3 slot is Aragorn the Uniter, which is a 5/5 for a red, a green, a white, and a blue human noble. Whenever you cast a white spell, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever you cast a blue spell, scry 2. Whenever you cast a red spell, Aragorn the Uniter deals 3 damage to target opponent. And whenever you cast a green spell, target creature gets +4/+4 till end of turn. This is like a super, super sweet commander and just awesome in 4 color decks. I think this is the price that it is at pretty much exclusively because of commander. It's sitting at a market price of $28.17. And by the way, all these prices are going to go down. This is the pre-sale price. This is the price before the set comes out. But it's just a sweet card. Not very good in Eternal formats, but super sweet. The 3rd most expensive card in the set is Spiteful Banditry. It is red, and X, and is enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, deals X damage to each creature, and whenever 1 or more creatures your opponent controlled die, you create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. It's kind of like a Meat Hut Massacre for red, and having X board wipes is really, really cool. I don't know if this is going to be playable in like modern, definitely not legacy or vintage, but having board wipes for red, especially board wipes that can hit things that are more than 3 toughness, is very powerful in commander. This is sitting at a market price of $29.01 for the extended art, by the way. The 2nd most expensive card in the set is Gandalf the White, specifically the showcase version of it. It's a 5-mana 4/5 Avatar Wizard with Flash. You may cast legendary spells and artifact spells as though they had Flash, and if a legendary, permanent, or an artifact entering or leaving the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. It's kind of like Elish Norn, and effects like this are really, really fun to play with and really cool. I doubt is going to be played very heavily in Legacy or Vintage, if at all. I could see this card sneaking its way into Omnath decks in Modern, which would be very cool, but it's sitting at a market price of $30.66. The most expensive card in the set, to nobody's surprise, is the One Ring. Now let's go over what the One Ring does, and we'll talk about the different versions of the One Ring, because a lot of the different versions are the most expensive card. It is a 4-mana indestructible legendary artifact. When the One Ring enters the battlefield, if you cast it, gain protection from everything until your next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each bird encounter on the One Ring, and you can tap it and put a bird encounter on the One Ring, then draw a card for each bird encounter on the One Ring. Very powerful, again, mostly commander, right? This is a very, very, very powerful card for a commander, being able to draw so many cards over the course of quite a few turns. Now, the normal version of the One Ring is sitting at $28.17, which does not put us at number 1. However, the extended art puts us at $34.21, and currently the borderless version of the One Ring is $68.32. And as you may all know, there is a 1/1 the One Ring that can come out, Willy Wonka golden ticket style, that can be opened, that the current bounty on is $2 million and a vacation to Spain. Which is just wild. And frankly, you'll probably be able to sell it for even more because bounties are always lowballing. So that, by and large, is the most expensive card in the set and will drive people to opening it non-stop. The set hasn't even come out yet, and I've already seen pictures of stores opening pallets of them. Something that would be very unfortunate is if a store opens them before normal people have a chance to even buy the set. That would suck a lot, but here we are. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social media. Links are above me and in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.